and welcome to this episode of 6-5 on the Road. I'm Melody Brue with more insights and strategy. I am here at Infocomm 2025 with Greg Baribault, VP of Product and Portfolio for HP. Greg, you made a major announcement here today, or this week, and I got to experience it firsthand. So first I have to just say congratulations.
Thank you.
My mind's blown, like really actually blown.
We get that reaction a lot.
So tell me about the announcement. I mean, we're talking HP Dimension with Google Beam, a fully immersive experience like none other I've seen.
HP Dimension with Google Beam is the first fully immersive 3D meeting experience built for enterprise. And, you know, when I think of product making, I think it's best to start with purpose. Why, right? Not what are we building, but why. Yeah. And at HP, we deeply believe in this vision of connecting people in deeply authentic human ways, a lot like we're doing right here.
Yeah.
And that vision really carried into the HP Dimension with Google Beam product. And I think, like you saw,
yes.
I hope we fulfilled that.
Yes.
And connected people in a way that just feels very natural and like you're very present and having a face-to-face conversation with somebody in the same room.
Yeah. So where did you see the need? You know, you say like you're answering to a need. Where did you see that need? What was lacking for people in the workplace right now?
It's a great question. So we do an annual work health relationship index study. And we find that nearly 3/4 of employees feel like they don't have a healthy relationship with work. And we believe that that's rooted in a lack of connection.
Yeah.
And with their colleagues, sometimes enterprises or companies with their customers. And we've been on this mission to restore that and make people feel very connected to each other. And it really scales to everywhere people meet, whether it's at home at their desk, in a conference room at work, or now in a fully immersive experience one-to-one.
Yeah. And it's a very natural feeling environment when you're in front of the HP Dimension with Google Beam. There's not a lot of cameras pointed at you. It literally felt like you were sitting across the desk from me.
Right.
Talk a little bit about the design of it, how you came about that, and just I really wish that you could actually feel the way that you can,
I know.
Give that experience.
It's impossible to describe. You have to see it. One of the beautiful things we did with the hardware was really remove the technology. You see no technology.
Yes.
There's a screen sort of in front of the person, and you're 3D, but you feel like you're behind. Sometimes 3D that pops out of the screen feels a little uncomfortable. So ours, you actually feel like the person's sitting back on the other side of the table from you.
Yeah.
So it feels very natural. There's no cameras pointed at you. You don't have that self-conscious feeling of being on camera. So it does just feel like a natural face-to-face conversation.
And the ability to actually make eye contact is very unique.
It is. And it's super important because it keeps people focused. And
Right.
we found that when people do have a meeting or a discussion in the HP Dimension with Google Beam product, there's greater recall because they actually remain focused. They don't get distracted by the other things on their screen or by their phone. And in part, it's because they know the other person is seeing them in the same way too. Like if I took out my phone right now, that would seem kind of rude. But I would feel the same way inside this experience.
Yeah. So give me some examples of use cases. What are eventually I think you want this for everybody to have one. But initially, what are some really important places where you see this being where like this is going to be a real game changer immediately?
Yeah. Every time we talk to new customers, we hear about new use cases that they envision. It's incredible. You could imagine executive to executive sort of one-on-one discussions or company to company. We've seen interview approaches where maybe a college graduate might interview with a company and not fly, but use this technology to engage.
Yeah.
We've seen much more personal experiences too, like deployed troops that want to contact family members back home, and they can have this very personal one-to-one discussion. So it's kind of limitless in the possibilities of how to connect these people.
It's pretty incredible. So HP also introduced the HP Poly A2 audio solutions.
Yes.
Can you talk a little bit about that?
Yes. So HP's the Poly Studio A2 audio solutions are about a tabletop microphone
Yeah.
that can scale from 1 to up to 8 and
Yes.
connect to a very integrator-friendly bridge.
Mhm.
So through very customized wiring and basic connectors, you can scale these solutions to virtually any size room, connect to an easy-to-install bridge, and connect that to any of our Generation 2 video products. So it really kind of fulfills that vision of immersive experience,
Yeah.
authentic connections, but crystal clear audio, letting people be
Mhm.
seen and heard, create equity in the meeting room,
Mhm.
and deliver that through a very easy to install and deploy audio solution.
And these can be chained together so you can have multiples.
Lots of flexibility in how they deploy. Like I said, anywhere from 1 to 8. Um, and yeah, lots of different wiring options,
Yeah.
all in line. You can do, pairs of 4. Um, so super flexible. And yeah, and again, reinforcing that vision of equity at the table so everyone can be heard. You actually saw 2 of them inside the HP Dimension with Google Beam.
Yes.
That is the audio solution we're providing there
Uh-huh.
to provide that. In addition to the great video and 3D experience, you can hear each other and speak so clearly
Yeah.
too.
Right.
It's funny to say this, I think, but voice has really become really critical. We've got away from voice for a short period of time where everything was omni-channel and but voice, especially with AI and the data that you can get from voice, and now with the edge, how inclusive voice
Yes.
can be. How are you planning around that, building around that? How are you thinking about that?
You're spot on that voice is the most important part of any online meeting.
Mhm.
You can sustain usually a video drop here or there,
Right.
but if you lose audio, you lose all the context of the discussion.
Yeah.
So a lot of our work is around creating that crystal clear audio, and it's not always from things like network drops or other transient issues.
Right.
It's from things like potato chip bags at the table or somebody typing loudly on their keyboard.
Yes.
And that's very distracting for people that are remote to engage in a discussion where their brain is deciphering background noise from human voices.
Yeah.
So our AI built into our microphone products, our bridge, our video codecs are there to clean all that audio, remove echo, remove background noise, and let people hear just super clearly.
Yeah.
We also are building AI into our management tools so that IT pros, when they're looking at how to manage their room estate, they know exactly which rooms need maybe more work,
Yeah.
more devices to help make the audio crystal clear.
So that observability is really key.
Exactly.
Yeah. Okay. Well, what do you think is next for HP in the future of work?
So we deeply believe in this vision around greater impact, more authentic connections. And so our goal is to make that more accessible to more people around the world.
Yeah.
So in part, it's scaling solutions from personal spaces, even the devices that you wear and have on you all the time, up to conference rooms, and then of course into products like HP Dimension with Google Beam. So reach, access to more people, greater equity and inclusion for everyone doing work.
That's awesome. Well, congratulations on your announcements.
Thank
It was
you.
really, truly incredible to see. And I wish you all the best. And thank you so much for joining us for this 6.5 on the road at HP with Greg Baribault. And we will see you next time.